SMT Nation, we back. Nation, today we're going to be talking about a business segment on Verizon that's become very, very successful and clearly is a growth vector for the company, and that's the 5G home internet. It really has become, I think, the gold standard for fixed wireless access. Nobody's really doing it better. They seem to offer, I think, just based on net promoter scores and the data we have access to as consumers, seems to be the most satisfactory service of its kind, and the growth there is really, really good. And I think that's going to continue moving forward, at least for another, year or two. So the article here kind of covers it in detail. It's got all the data from the earnings that we previously covered, but I think it's important to look at some of the commentary that goes with it. So let's do that in today's video. All right, link for the article will be down in the description. Ways to support us can be found there as well. All right, Verizon added 375,000 FWA subs in Q4 23, now eclipsing the 3 million mark. Pretty good. All right, and analysts are saying the the totals were, quote, a little soft. Oh man, the analysts, man, they be making me laugh. All right, so now that Verizon's fixed wireless access consumer count has exceeded 3 million folks, that puts them closer to their goal, which I think was to get to somewhere between 4 and 5 million subscribers for that service by the end of 25. I think it's fair expectation for them to get there in a timely fashion, right? So they said by the end of 25, they might actually do it sooner. My expectation is that this number of 231,000 consumer and 144,000 business, I think that count is, that's like the basement, right? Or that's like the floor, we'll call it, right? I don't think there's going to be many quarters where they do that low of numbers for like probably the next 5 quarters. I think they're going to be hanging around that 400 to 450,000 mark. And I've got my reasons why, right? And the consumer ads, obviously, they like consumer ads. There's nothing wrong with those, but it's the business ones that I think are more sustainable long term. They can add 100,000 fixed wireless access subs in business probably for the next 3 or 4 years. And the reason why I think they could do that is because there are new businesses that need new solutions all the time. And think about it, a service that's uniquely positioned to be offered nationally gives them more run room there. The consumer group I expect to basically start slowing down in 25. So I still got 2024 being a big year for growth, where I think they can probably hit their numbers, closer to 300,000 of those customers every quarter. Okay, so the commentary that, this is a soft quarter and all those things, guys, we're talking about a service that has industry-leading NPS scores. I'm not just talking about amongst fixed wireless providers like T-Mobile and AT&T, the national MNO guys. Even compared to fiber operators and cable businesses, the NPS scores at Verizon's C-band, using C-band spectrum for fixed wireless is super high, right? Here's an update for you. 80% of Verizon customers, fixed wireless access customers, are where they have C-band, but C-band's still not in its mature form. We still have areas that don't have C-band. Those are areas where they are going to take share. And they're going to take share from everybody. They're going to take share from cable providers. They will take share from T-Mobile. They will take share from a lot of folks, right? The product is maturing. It's becoming what I would say is a highly satisfied customer satisfaction product. And Verizon knows that. They increased pricing, got rid of the promotional pricing, and the growth is still there. You guys see the numbers. So more C-band in more places, to me, means more growth. So I'm not sure why they're tracking like this at New Street Research with C-band going to new places. Those are opportunities. That's surface area to get more customers. And I don't see it slowing down yet. I really don't. I think the conversations, like say, for example, when we get the Q4 2024 numbers, you're going to see another couple million customers added. I think that is going to continue to be the case. 2024, they'll probably add 2 million customers, or they'll be very, very close to that. I really don't see a version where they don't. And then that would put them at the start of 2025, having 5 million customers. There's a version of the Verizon sub count for, fixed wireless access, where they could have 6 million subs by the end of 25. I think that's also possible. And then, of course, the analysts would have to eat crow, and people would have to be admittedly wrong about fixed wireless access and its growth trajectory. And I still don't think the growth is done. I just think it's going to be slower moving into 2026. There's always that business opportunity. Folks in businesses, small businesses especially, are looking for these types of solutions. So they could call it a little soft. They could say it's peaked, all those things, whatever. There's a lot of winning here. T-Mobile is winning in fixed wireless, and so is Verizon. And I don't think that's really going to change much this year and then moving forward into 2025. I think that's where you start to see some slowdown, but they're still going to continue to take their share. All right, so exciting service. And I know when it comes to a lot of people, it's worth it for them to inspect, try your due diligence as a consumer. It's a pretty solid offer. We'll see what they do with pricing too, because that matters. They raise pricing, that could potentially slow down growth. We'll see how they play it. What say you? Sound off in the comment section below. You're the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.